Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So this week I am going to do my favourites video. I cannot believe it's got round to me doing a favourites video already. Like, I feel like I just did the last one a couple of weeks ago, and I only do these every 2 months as well, so it's crazy. So this week I am doing my, what months was it before? January, February, March and April, May, June. May and June. I'm doing my May and June favourites. Now I have to admit, when I've been like writing things down during the month and when I've just come to kind of get everything together, there isn't a lot. I'm pretty sure I say this every time it comes around to me doing a favourites video, but I really don't have a lot. I've had to be a little bit like frugal with my money, so I haven't got too many new things, and I've been so busy that I haven't had time to try loads of new things. So fingers crossed I will have some more in the next month. I have a plan of kind of some new things that I want to try out. But for now, there isn't loads, so I'm just going to crack on. So the first thing is the only makeup item that I have this month, and it is something that I've mentioned before, I think, like a little while ago, and it's Bare Minerals makeup. So I have two here. I've got the Bare Minerals Mineral Veil and the Bare Minerals, I think this is the original. Yeah, so the original SPF 15 foundation, and this is in medium. The Mineral Veil, I don't think it has like a colour, I think it's just like a standard thing. My skin has hated me the last month, possibly even the last 2 months. I've been getting really bad breakouts, like quite deep breakouts. Something that I've never had before. I've had breakouts, I get them quite a lot, but never to this kind of extent and this type of breakout. So I've been like trying to mix up what I've got kind of already, because I haven't been able to spend that much money. So I've been trying to mix up what I've already got to help my skin. I do have a couple of products that I'm trying right now that hopefully I'll be able to include in the next one, but I just can't chat about them now because I haven't tested them enough. But this stuff has been a lifesaver. Now I work quite long hours. I don't work kind of 5 days a week, but when I do work, I tend to work really long days. So I normally have makeup on from like 7:30 in the morning up until like 9 o'clock at night, 8-9 o'clock, depending on when I get round to taking it off. So this stuff has been really good. It's all like natural mineral makeup. It's really good for your skin, and it does actually give really good coverage. I think I said this last time I mentioned it. I wasn't expecting good coverage from this. I was expecting it to just kind of look like I had a little bit of something on my face, but it's really good. You can build it up, and I do think that this has been a big factor in my skin kind of calming down a little bit, because it's just helped not having really claggy makeup on for such long periods of time. So when I'm doing like a long day at work, anything like that, I pop these on, and yeah, it's really good. I'm really enjoying using them. Now skincare wise, I've kind of only got 2 products. The first one is an eye cream. I've used this for quite a while and I've mentioned it a lot, but I don't think I've ever included it in a favourites. And it's the Kiehl's Creamy Eye Treatment with Avocado. It's this little white pot. It's done the rounds of being like this big hyped up product. Everyone loved it for a while, and I have to admit I bought it for the first time during that hype, but I do really enjoy using it. It's a really nice eye cream. I use this on a night, and I find that it is really good. It's really hydrating, and last week I put this to the test. I worked 6 days a week. Every day was a long day, so I had like a hectic week last week, and I used this every night. And I knew that I wasn't getting enough sleep. I was very tired and sleep deprived, all that kind of stuff. So I was using this, and I hardly had any bags under my eyes, which is quite unusual for me. I do have hereditary bags. I've got those from my mum's side of the family. So I'm always going to have something there, but I was expecting them to be really bad because of the sleep deprivation. And yeah, this stuff, I think, well, I'm putting it down to this, worked really well, and my eye bags were just like what they normally are on an everyday basis. I didn't find that I was having to use loads of makeup product to try and cover them up. So I've really enjoyed using this the last few months, and I really need to get back into the habit of wearing this every night. So yeah, last week definitely helped me with that. Now second is something that I'm kind of classing as skincare, but it's kind of not, I guess. And it's this from the Body Shop, which is, it has a name. This is the Pink Grapefruit Exfoliating Gel Body Scrub. Now, this is a body scrub, but it's a small one. My mum picked this up when she went shopping a while ago. This is actually my mum's, but I've been using it. So instead of using this all over my body, I have been using this specifically on my hands. I've found that because it's such a nice little pot, it's easy to kind of carry around and just nip into the bathroom and like pop it on. The fibres in this, or like the textury bits, are so small you can really feel it working. My hands have been ridiculously dry the last few months. I don't know why. Again, I think that's a hereditary thing that I've like got, and my body's now decided it wants to start kind of going that way. So yeah, my hands have been ridiculously dry. No hand cream was kind of penetrating that to make it like get better, because there was just so much dry skin on the top. So using this like once a week has been perfect. It's got that like dry skin off, and it's meant that any moisturiser that I put on has really been able to kind of get into my hands and soften them back up again. So yeah, this has been great, and the smell is amazing. We love pink grapefruit in this house, so this has been lovely. And lastly is a hair care product. This is the John Frieda Sheer Blonde Highlight Activating Enhancing Conditioner. So as you can see, I've squeezed a lot out of this. It's pretty much all gone nearly. I got this from TK Maxx a little while ago because I was in need of some new products for my blonde bits, because obviously I have balayage hair, so I'm blonde on the ends, and I found that it was really struggling with me not using a blonde product, so like purple shampoo or anything like that. And we were just walking around TK Maxx and this was sat there. It was like £2.99. It's throwing the colour out, so I'm going to put it back down. But yeah, I think it was like £2.99, which is quite a lot for a conditioner, but it's John Frieda, so I don't mind spending that much. And I was like, well, I'll give it a go. Oh my gosh, it's done wonders for my hair. I don't know if you'll be able to see the difference in camera, but in person it's taken a lot of the brass kind of out of my hair. It's made it a lot brighter. It looks more kind of true blonde. And yeah, it's worked really, really well. Because this one is now running out, I am going to go online and order the shampoo and conditioner just to see how they work together and whether it's kind of worth me spending that much money on hair care. But yeah, I am so impressed with how blonde this has made my hair. It just makes it look so much nicer. I have one food favourite this month because we've just kind of been eating what we normally eat. I haven't had anything like super new or anything that I want to like chat about, and it's a good old favourite. It's nothing new, and it's Rice Krispies. I used to eat these as a kid and they were like the best thing. Well, they weren't the best thing when I was a kid actually. I used to think they were quite boring and you'd have to put like loads of sugar on the top, which made them really unhealthy, and I'm pretty sure they've already got sugar in anyway. But I try on days when I'm not working to not have one of my like standard breakfasts, so I won't have porridge or anything like that. So I've been reaching for these instead, and they are so yummy. I don't know why I didn't used to like them as a kid, but yeah, I really, really like them. I actually had them for breakfast this morning, and yeah, we just get these massive packs. My brother goes through cereal like it's water. Like this pack, if he was to eat this, I think it'd last him like 3 days. So we get big packs so that they last us a little bit longer in this house, and thankfully he thinks these are quite boring, so all for me. So yeah, I've really been enjoying eating Rice Krispies. The last two things that I have to physically show you, everything else is just to chat about, is music. So there's 2 albums here. One is one that I should have mentioned in my last favourites, but I completely forgot. It was sat in my car, and it wasn't until I got back in and it started playing that I was like, oh my god, I forgot to mention this. And it was too late for me to like film a clip to insert in and everything. So I'm just going to put it in this one because it's still a favourite, and it is Ed Sheeran's Divide album. Now I'm not going to talk about this too much. Everybody seems to love Ed Sheeran. This album has been getting a lot of press. He's obviously released quite a few singles from it as well. But yeah, I am a very big Ed Sheeran fan. I think he's just excellent. I've seen him live and it's just amazing that it literally sounds like putting a CD in when he sings. It's so good. And watching him on like the loop pedal and stuff, it's amazing. So yeah, I've really been enjoying this new album. As soon as it came out, it went in my car for like a month or something, and it just played on repeat in my car. And yeah, I just really, really like it. If you haven't listened to this because you don't like his old music, definitely give it a try. There's so much difference in this album. Every song is slightly different, like music influence wise, I'd say. I have a friend who used to say to me, oh, I don't like Ed, I can't listen to his music. I just wish, you know, I wish I could, but I can't. And she will sit and listen to this album. She does like it. So yeah, this is such a good album and I really enjoyed listening to it. And then the second one is a band that I mentioned in my last favourites, but not for the album, it was for the single, and this is Paramore's After Laughter CD. Now, if you know me, you know I am a massive, massive Paramore fan. So when this album came out, I was really, really excited to give it a listen because their last single was a little bit different to what they kind of normally do. And again, this was another one, as soon as it came out, like it got released, it replaced Ed in my car and it's been on repeat ever since. And I love it. This album is very different. So again, if you haven't liked Paramore's music in the past, but kind of want to give them another go, give this album a listen. It's really, really good. Every song's very different. And yeah, it's just excellent. Also worth noting with this album, if you want to understand mental health a little bit more, specifically kind of the depression side, a lot of the songs in this album have that as kind of the topic. You wouldn't notice with some of them, they are quite upbeat and things like that, but as someone who has suffered with mental health issues, listening to this album has really just been like, I don't know, it's been bringing back a lot of memories. And yeah, I think it covers it really well. So if you want to know like a little bit more, or like how it feels to suffer with certain things, listen to a couple of songs in this album, because it may help you like understand if you've got a friend going through it, kind of how to support them, and what's kind of going on with them and stuff. So yeah, excellent album. I love this band. I went to see them live as well a couple of weeks ago, which was amazing. Brilliant album, brilliant like way to cover mental health and make people kind of, well, help people understand it a little bit more. And yeah, brilliant. I absolutely love this album. Now I have two more things to mention. The first is kind of like a beauty product, well, beauty treatment, that I can't like physically show you a thing other than my eyebrows. So you will have like noticed in my last few videos that I have mentioned my brows, and I've also mentioned it on Twitter. I'm not going to talk too much because I do want to do a blog post covering the entire subject, so my experience, the results, and any questions you guys have. But I have had my eyebrows microbladed. Now I had this done a few weeks ago. They are completely healed now. I'm waiting for my top-up appointment, which is in a few weeks, I believe. But yeah, they are like, I'll try to get a little bit closer, but they are just so good. Like I have no makeup on these right now. This is the shape they are every single day now because it's in there. And yeah, I'm absolutely loving it. It's making it so much easier in the morning because I don't have to colour my eyebrows in. And yeah, I finally got the shape that I wanted there, like equal, without looking silly. And yeah, they look really natural as well. If you see me in person, you will notice that it's like hair strokes because that is what microblading is. So it's not like a block tattoo, it's little hair strokes. So it does look really natural and I'm really enjoying, you know, having it done. As I said, I am going to cover it in a blog post, so I'm not going to talk too much. I just wanted to let you know that it's something that I have been loving. But if you do have any questions about microblading, anything at all, please do let me know. My email is down in my description bar, or you could leave me a comment and just let me know any questions that you have and I will cover them in the blog post, because I know it's quite a big subject at the moment and I feel like some questions need answering from someone who's had it done and things. So yeah, that's that one. And then secondly is a YouTube channel that I have been loving. So obviously I've been loving all the usuals that I mention quite a lot anyway. I'm loving that Zoe Sugg from Zoella is back. I've been loving her vlogs, and they've been great to get ready to in the morning because they're really long as well. So yeah, they've been really good to watch. But the person that we have kind of like, I'd say refound, but like found properly, because we did watch a little bit last year but not in depth, is the Tim Tracker. Now if you don't know Tim, he lives in Florida and he's basically a daily vlogger, and he'll go to the parks and all that kind of thing, and film it and just kind of let you see what it is. If you're someone who's planning a trip to Florida or anything like that, he's a brilliant person to watch because he does pretty much every park. He'll talk about food and the best times to get in, like which he thinks is best, and it's just like an everyday view of the parks, which is really nice. We are now getting back into holiday mode, so we are planning our trip to Florida next year. We go to Florida every other year, so it's not something new to us, but to kind of get us in like the mood to plan and get us really excited, we do like to watch videos on YouTube. This started last year and we all really liked him. and it's hard to please us all. There's 8 of us that are going, and my grandparents love watching Tim, me and my brother love watching Tim, and my parents love watching him. He really does like appeal to everyone, he covers everything, and yeah, he's getting us really excited to go back next year. Probably the most excited we've been in a while. So yeah, absolutely loved him. I will leave his link down below, and yeah, he's really, really fun to watch. Now that is everything that I have been loving this month. Again, not too much, but hopefully, fingers crossed, I'm not just saying this for the sake of it, there will be a few more next month. So yeah, that's everything to go through. Thank you very much for watching this video. All of my links are in the down bar below as like usual, so Twitter and Instagram. I'm going to try be a little bit more active on there. I've just been so busy recently that I haven't had a chance to kind of get on there, but I am going to try and start again. And yeah, I will see you next week with another video. Thank you very much for watching. Bye!